Hello and welcome back to my channel Arabesque. Today we are going to talk about the differences between British English and American English. There are three key differences between the two: pronunciation, vocabulary, and spelling. Pronunciation. Words, sounds are pronounced differently between British English and American English. One example is the T and D in British English becomes flapped in American English. So examples like later in British English, pronounced as later, and in American English it's later. Little, little. Better, better. Water, water. So if you notice that when I'm pronouncing the T in American, I'm flapping the tongue. That's why it's called flap rule. So the tip of the tongue is touching quickly the top ridge of my mouth. In fact, in phonetics, there is a flap rule which states that when the T and D becomes flapped when it occurs in certain positions, and this position is intervocalic. So if it occurs between two vowels and the second vowel is stressed. So that's the flap rule, which is the main difference. Another example is the words writer, and rider. So in British English, because of the flap rule, the words like writer and rider, they are pronounced as rider. In fact, they are pronounced the same. So writer, rider in British English becomes rider in American English. The second difference between the two is the way the sound O, or the vowel O, is pronounced in American English. So the rounded vowel O becomes A, which is flat and long. Example, stop is pronounced as stop. Job is pronounced as job. Box is pronounced as box. The next one is the E becomes or is pronounced as I in American English. So privacy is pronounced as privacy. Dynasty is pronounced as dynasty. Vitamin is pronounced as vitamin. Next one is the rounding or curling of the R in American English. So a word like red is pronounced as red. Word like round is pronounced as round. A word like roll is pronounced as roll. The last difference in pronunciation that I'd like to highlight is the what we call rhotic R. In British English, the R sound isn't always pronounced, or in fact, it's not pronounced when it occurs in a final position of the word, or if it's followed by a consonant. In American English, it's always pronounced and it sounds very strong. So, examples like ear becomes ear, heard, heard, turn, turn, work, work. Next type of difference is vocabulary. Some words in British English are completely different in American English. So, underground, subway, holiday, vacation, lorry, a truck, a nappy, diaper, sweet, candy, football, soccer, motorway, highway, petrol, gas, pavement, sidewalk, dummy, pacifier, post, mail. So the next type of difference is the spelling. So the sound S is spelled as Z in American English. It's pronounced the same but spelled differently. So criticize with S is spelled criticize with Z. Analyze with S is spelled as analyze with Z. Next spelling difference is the OUR becomes OR in American English. So behavior is spelled as behavior. Neighbor is spelled as neighbor. Color is spelled as color. Next spelling difference is the RE becomes ER in American English. So center is spelled as center in American English. Meter is spelled as meter. The last spelling difference that I'd like to highlight is the CE becomes SE in American English. As an example, defense is spelled as defense with S. Just to conclude, there are three key differences between British English and American English: pronunciation, vocabulary or words, and spelling. I'm sure there are many other examples, and if you know any, you are very welcome, and please feel free to share them in the comment section below. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Once again, thank you, and we'll see you later, or see you later.